don't know what you guys thought.
Show of hands. Who did you think? Donald Trump? Who thought Donald Trump won? Show of hands.
1, 2. Hillary Clinton came out as the victor. 1, 2. You can't have them vote for both. You're disqualified. So 1 to 2. Who thinks Gary Johnson won that debate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You're corrupt. In the Fed. He said, Trump said in the Fed, damn it. You libertarians better be on board.
On the stage lights on the Facebook Live, you guys have to see this later. We are so white.
Have you ever seen that movie Powder?
Yeah. You know, on Twitter, a lot of people criticize Lester Holt for the moderating, but
that's because they're racist.
I actually found it to be refreshing. We've heard for years, you've heard, oh, well, we need a Lincoln Douglas style debate where the two get up there and they really duke it out. And that's a lot of what this was. There were really, 5, 6 questions tops?
Yeah, I do think the questions were designed as attacks at Trump, except for one. I don't know if anyone else saw that later.
Yeah,
the questions were clearly designed as, to clarify a lot of stuff about him.
Yeah, there was birther, there was Hillary as a female candidate, there was taxes. But when it came to Hillary, was there an email question?
No.
That was
he brought that up.
Yeah.
But there was no question.
There weren't. So she wasn't really challenged by the moderator.
She's not going to be though.
Quiet down, everybody. The drinking game was very successful. People here are very drunk because they had Call Sean Hannity as their drinking game, and so everyone got wasted.
Sanitized.
So she really didn't get challenged on really anything.
No.
That
was never going to happen.
Right. Why do you think that didn't happen?
Oh, the press is never going to question one of their own.
The Clintons, though? The vast
the media class, though, is that's the communications department of the Clinton administration.
Sure.
They held the major media moguls.
Right. The establishment, the media class, the Chuck Todds of the world.
George Stephanopoulos.
So, not to throw my good friend Abdul under the bus, but, when I was working as a baby producer at WXNT as a news talk station, we did a break and we were talking about some local politician, and I was really letting him have it. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, which was mocking politicians. And we go to break and he goes, we have to work with these people, right? And that's when it all clicked. Oh, okay.
Journalism isn't about fairness and
it's about
discourse.
Access.
It is.
Right. And so I think a lot of them are hedging their bets that Clinton's going to win, and they've known Hillary a long time, and that she's the establishment candidate, and so...
I mean, it's mass upheaval of every media company if this doesn't work out.
Right.
Think of it. I mean, no one has access.
So...
Only Rob Kendall.
Only Rob Kendall. Kickback Kendall.
He's going to host Meet the Press just because he backed Trump early.
So I felt that it was much more raucous than I thought it was going to be. I didn't expect that level of antagonism between the two. I thought that the first one would be a little bit kid gloves, but there was a lot of sharp back and forth.
They genuinely dislike each other.
That you can tell. They hate each other.
All over the face.
It is like Kendall and I. It is that bad. Genuine dislike.
Yeah, and then, she came to his wedding.
Yeah. Well, he bought her.
Yeah. He should have brought that up. That really should be a point. Like, I paid $100,000 for you to come to my wedding.
There were a few missed things that I thought there were a couple times where he could have hit her, but don't those just seem like cheap shots?
Yeah, I think he was gun shy to do anything where it was a boom or bust. Like, he didn't want to take anything where he could have really sunk it and driven his point home, but he also could have sunk his chances of winning to be the president.
There were a few times where he came across as very petty.
Yeah, at the end, he lost his composure.
Yeah, they really went after each other for the first 30 minutes, and it was very surprising. Lots of energy. But like the old timers that they are, they really slowed down towards the end of the debate. He lost his discipline.
Yeah, he lost his focus.
Yeah, and she just was kind of laying back and letting him...
I think she had a seizure.
Letting him punch himself. You thought she had a seizure.
When she did that weird wiggle?
Yeah. Well, I think that was...
It was like Mark Jackson shooting a free throw.
I felt like that was... I was watching her with Bill... It's foreplay for her.
That?
Yeah.
Quite seductive
well,
in her pantsuit.
Why do you think...
Treat me like one of your Jewish interns.
Okay. Why do they gotta be Jewish?
She was Jewish.
You gotta calm it down, all right?
You're a shill for all of them.
I felt that it really didn't change a lot. I didn't think that there was. I don't think that if you are one of the magical, much talked about yet rarely seen undecided voters, I don't think you walked away going, I can vote for either one of those people. I think that reaffirmed a lot of what we've thought about this race.
Well, Trump has a huge advantage in the independents. Huge. And so I've never thought this was going to be a race where we sway the independents or like the 7 or 8% of the electorate, the way you look at it, towards one side or the other. I think it's a turnout election.
Yeah.
And since I've always thought it's a turnout election, I think it's going to be a Trump win. And I think tonight, though, for a lot of people, was the first time they saw Donald Trump in this medium and said he's not an absolute orange-faced buffoon.
Right.
Like, he does have some discipline, and he can look mildly, he can look presidential as much as Donald Trump can look presidential.
He trolled when you wanted him to troll, when it felt right.
He also looked kind of, his face looked like kind of sunken into me. Did anyone else notice that he looked like he had lost weight in his face?
Yeah. I've noticed another thing. When he really genuinely gets annoyed, he purses his lips.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
He squints and purses his lips, and then all three become the same. I felt he made a credible case. He genuinely did a good job of painting her as the establishment, and they're the cause of all your problems.
And she's had 30 years.
And she's had 30 years, and she's been in charge, and she's the cause for your misery. And I am the change candidate. I felt he did get that message across, especially early on.
He's not really the change candidate, but in this race,
sure.
Since Gary Johnson isn't getting access, he is the default change candidate.
Right.
And this is a change election.
Sure.
For white America, that is, an enormous voting bloc that are middle-aged baby boomers that show up at the polls. Everything he did tonight made them feel safe, and I think his temperament was just enough that they're like, okay, I can pull the trigger.
Yeah. So, no TKOs. The race has not been won or lost.
I think it was won.
You do?
I think Donald Trump won the debate tonight because people... It's like, remember when George Bush went on Oprah? Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, he's not a total idiot.
Right.
Like it was kind of a heartwarming moment. Like that's what people needed to just go ahead and say, okay.
Yeah.
With Donald Trump, he needed to show that he was presidential. And since the dynamics of the race are people want an outsider and someone that is default change, right. I think he won the election tonight.
Yeah. One weird thing that Bill Weld pointed out, he was endorsed by ICE, the immigration department.
Well, yeah, because he wants to beef up funding.
Right, but that's actually a Hatch violation, which the Hatch Act is to keep federal organizations from donating to candidates.
It's not ICE, it's a group of people who work for ICE.
Okay, it's a group of people who work for ICE, but it's not so it's not a Hatch Act violation.
So it's a cop-out.
Right. Yeah, it's a workaround.
It's an initiative,
like
global initiative.
Like starting your own foundation and funneling paychecks from Comedy Central into it. Yeah, did you hear that? He got paid $400,000 for the Comedy Central roast, and he said, make the check out to the foundation.
We learned from Hillary.
Right, yeah. He writes about it in one of his books, and I had one of the Trump University books. I am a student of Trump University, that's why I turned out so well.
Wow.
And he talks about...
Did you graduate from that one?
I did not graduate from Trump University. Can you imagine the intelligence on me?
Are you sure they didn't just not give you a diploma like Jeremiah didn't give you an invitation to his tailgate?
Yeah. All right, final thoughts?
No, I enjoyed it. It wasn't nearly as much fun, so I am disappointed. Like, I'm pretty disappointed right now.
No, I thought it was great. I thought it was everything that I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be morose and boring, and I was a little disappointed when they got started, but then about halfway through that first or second question, they really started trolling each other. It was great.
There was no moniker. I wanted to hear Crooked Hillary. I wanted to hear a Lewinsky reference or a Jennifer Flowers reference.
But see, that's too petty.
I know.
That's Greg level petty.
No,
that's Chris Spangle level petty.
I'm not in this to make America great again. I'm in this to be entertained.
Right. Yeah.
We're not going to be great again no matter who we vote for, so we might as well have fun.
Right.
Whoa.
I thought
whatever, Daryl Perry.
Everybody is going to trash Lester Holt.
Like DP?
No.
I'm going to go on. They can't hear him. Stop talking to him.
Why do you always say that to the black kid?
It would have been to Danny. They've been very loud. They had too much What'd you drink?
Water?
Water? No. Can't take the Southsiders anywhere. I thought Lester Holt did a great job of getting out of the way, and it wasn't one of these dumb structure debates. They really had a debate, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, the only thing, I don't think he did a good job because I don't think he asked a 50-50 split on questions.
Sure.
I think it was pro-Hillary.
Are we saying that because we're former righties?
No.
Well,
No.
I'm a former righty, you're not.
I'm a helicopter righty.
Right.
Still righty.
No, I'm not still right. I don't know. Gary Johnson, I support. I want him to do well.
Right.
Like I don't know that Gary Johnson can win this election.
Sure.
And so I don't think either candidate is good. And so I'm gonna at least have fun. And if I can make liberals cry, that's even better.
There you have it. All right. So thank you for joining us on this wrap-up episode. We've already got the pre-show edited, posted during the debate. So check that out. Please share everything on We Are Libertarians. We appreciate y'all so much. And thank you for coming out
And thank you for staying
We Are
this long. You
Libertarians
guys are
Live.